Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another episode of Nerd Talk. We're on episode 42. I'm here with my co-host Tyler, aka Mind of a Nerd. What's going on, Tyler?
Fucking tired, bro. I sound high. I'm not. I'm
Bro,
tired.
you do though.
Yeah, man. 8-hour shift at Target, bro.
It was busy. It's Sunday, so yeah, it was busy.
No. Busy is a word, bro.
Was everybody buying? Was they buying a lot of candy?
Yes.
It was going crazy.
It was insane.
So I remember last year around this time, I tried to go to Target the day after Halloween, right, to buy candy. The aisles were completely empty, like empty.
I wonder what tomorrow's gonna be like. I'm working tomorrow too.
Oh, for Halloween Day? Yeah, that's a great question. I have to work too tomorrow, obviously. Tomorrow's Halloween, so happy Halloween if you guys are watching on the replay. Happy Halloween, everybody out there. It's crazy that it's already November, bro.
Yeah.
It's already about to be November. We are in the heat of the storm, the holiday season, Black Friday season, Christmas season, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and it's gonna come and slap us in the face, and we're gonna look at it, and it's gonna be the next following year. It's just crazy to think. Like,
I'm ready for this year to be over, bro. In terms of movies, I'm over it.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I only got like 3 or 4 movies that I really care about anymore at this point, to be honest. I got Wakanda Forever, The Menu, which looks really good, Babylon, Avatar, and even that I'm not really. Oh, and Knives Out. So
yeah, I guess for me it's 3 because Wakanda, Knives Out, and Avatar. Everything else is like, it is what it is. But hopefully everyone is having a good night tonight. We got some people in the chat. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. Please subscribe for more. We got Adam Horror in the chat. What's going on? We got Dimension Scott. What's up? What's going on? Have you been asking have I done a Jason marathon yet? I've watched some Jasons, but I didn't do a marathon of the entire franchise. I should have, but we got Goose 86. What's going on?
I have without actually plowing through them. Basically, I didn't intend to watch as many of them as I did this October. I ended up watching 1. I didn't watch 2. I don't know why I like 2. I watched 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Jason Goes to Hell. Okay. And Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, you did watch Freddy vs. Jason. So now you just got to watch the remake.
Yeah, which I don't think I will, but I mean, I don't have a problem. I like that. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah. What's going on, Luke? We got Wet Movie 1 in the chat. What's going on, Brandon? Yo. What's going on, Brandon? I seen your video. You met John Carpenter. You freaking asshole. This dude always go to conventions. I need to go to Cali. That's all it is. I need to go to Cali because this nigga goes to all the fucking conventions. There's no conventions that come to Cleveland for some reason. We had Wizard World Comic Con, but that fucking changed. So I don't know, man. It's irritating. We got Lucas, Marcus. I don't want to say your last name because I don't want to mess it up. But what's going on, buddy?
Yo.
Goose. I only 2 I care about: Black Panther and Violent Night. Oh, I forgot about Violent Night. You're excited?
Yeah, that looks fun. That looks really fun.
Yeah. Alex Tyler, what's going on? To the more.
Yo.
John Carpenter for the 6th or 7th time. Yeah, I know, man. I know. You just go ahead and flex on us. That's all you're gonna do. Just flex on us. It's all right. But hope you guys are having a good night. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. And let's go ahead and get into the first topic. And I'm gonna let Tyler start with this one because he sent it to me and he wanted to rant, but he might be too tired to rant.
No.
So let's go ahead and get into it. The first topic of today, we got a new director for Venom 3. Tyler was not happy with this choice of who is picked to direct this movie.
Well, I guess. I mean, that's one of the 8 reasons I'm annoyed with this. I mean, this is like the bottom of that thing. Like,
yeah, what Tyler said, Sony, well, you said, oh, you're not going to have a messed up week. Sony said, hold my beer.
Yeah, bro. We were going to coast through Nerd Talk, and then I seen this. I was like, oh, my God, bro.
Take it away, bro.
the director, it's like this screams to me, oh, we are so desperate to get this movie. You know what this screams to me? This screams to me, oh, we couldn't find a director. So we just said, hey, we have this person who's been here for 2 years. I'm genuinely surprised Tom Hardy himself is not directing it.
Yeah, they could have pulled a Michael B. Jordan situation.
I'm surprised that did not happen. Um, I just don't care. I don't care. This is a terrible decision. This woman wrote both of the movies. The first one, I think it's fine, but it's not written good. The second one is a steamy pile of shit. You know, I saw people say, oh, what is Andy Serkis doing? I hope Andy Serkis is doing everything but coming back to direct the Venom movie because his was fucking terrible.
So I still haven't seen Venom: Let There Be Carnage, and yes, I do own the movie. I still haven't watched it because I heard it's abysmal, but I will definitely will watch it one day. You know, it's in my collection, so I will watch it. I mean, could she do any worse? So I know we haven't said her name, but it's Kelly Marcel is set to direct this next installment.
What's up, Adam?
I guess they must have seen something that she can do to, you know, bring to this franchise. But
shit.
I mean, why do we need this movie? I mean, after Venom Let There Be Carnage, why are we? And the problem is Venom Let There Be Carnage made money. That's the problem. It made money even during the pandemic. And
it did.
Yeah, that's why they're making another one, regardless of how the critics felt about Venom Let There Be Carnage.
But you know why? I feel like Venom. See, I feel like Venom Let There Be Carnage made more money because it's Venom. When as Morbius, who the fuck is Morbius compared to Venom?
Yeah, I mean, we have the Venom tie-in with Spider-Man. That's why he's such a more noble character. Even though Morbius is tied to Spider-Man as well, he's a C-level character, not even D-level character when it comes to something like Venom, when Venom is B to A tier.
That Venom is his Joker, essentially. Him and Green Goblin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, listen, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Now, I don't want this ever because these people can't fucking write to save their lives. Mm-hmm. If they had gotten the right people to make this movie, a Green Goblin solo villain movie would go hard.
It would. I mean, if they kind of like do it like where it's more of a psychological type thing, where it's like he's battling within himself, it could be awesome.
But then again, I said that about the first Venom, and they failed.
Venom could have been that. They could have did that if they didn't go so comedic with it. Because I feel like that's one of my main gripes with that movie is that the movie shouldn't be as funny as it wants to be.
That movie should have been a horror movie.
It should have been a horror movie. It should have been more psychological because he's dealing with an alien being being put basically in his mind. And we don't get that. We get more of a joke type thing and him joking around with Venom and him, you know, not being competent. Because
actually like... nobody liked the teaser trailer for the first Venom because they were like, oh, they didn't show Venom. I actually liked the tone of that first teaser trailer. That's more what I wanted from the movie. You know, these Sony movies are just awful. They're just and I enjoy the first Venom for what it is, but it's just that's a guilty pleasure by far.
Yeah, the first one.
None of these movies matter, and none of these movies are good, and they're gonna keep making them. They're never going to learn their lesson, and it's not even worth ranting on. It's just it's the same conversation we've been having since 2019, or 2018 at this point. Why are you making these movies without Spider-Man in them?
Well, there's a reason why they're making it without Spider-Man. For one, they signed a deal with Marvel to have Spider-Man in that universe. And they thought they can make these movies without him and be successful. Or at the end of the day, you're right. They shouldn't have done this. But Sony, they want money. I mean, they need money. If they don't make these movies, you know, the company go bankrupt. So they have to try to make these movies to bring in the cash flow to keep making more products.
Listen, I don't want it, but shit, if they brought in Andrew Garfield into this universe, at least it would make sense. At least it'd be like, hey, now they have a Spider-Man to fight.
Yeah.
At least it would make it feel somewhat important. Now I don't care. I don't care about a Craven movie. I don't care about Madam Webb. Madam Webb is the most.
Or they announced the AntMan movie.
Bro, Madam Webb is the most Z level, not even D, Z level. Madam Webb's not even a villain.
Yeah, she's more of a what's those things called? Like who could see the future or whatever, like one of those type of.
Clairvoyant.
Yeah. Now Madam Webb doesn't need her own movie. Now she got introduced into a Spider-Man movie. That's a different story. She doesn't need her own movie, because going back to like the animated series, she's more tied into with Secret Wars and the Beyonder and stuff like that. So if they do it like that, that's a different story. Now her having her origin, no, I don't need to see that. Her just being who she is, that works better, at least for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't need to see an origin of how Madam Web became who she is as we see her in the movies. So as a character. But
this doesn't even get a reaction out of me. I saw this news and I was like, okay, they're playing it safe, I guess. But even if, I was really excited to see what Andy Serkis was going to do with Let There Be Carnage. I don't feel like that was his real vision, to be honest with you, because that movie's hacked down to shit. It feels like everything is missing from that movie. And everyone who gets announced for these movies, I just don't care. Like, look at the cast from Madam Web. That's a great cast, and they're going to waste it on a nothing movie.
Yeah. I mean, someone like Jared Leto should have been great as Morbius, which I'm hearing he's not very good as Morbius, but he should be good as Morbius because of how good he is as an actor. But I tell everyone to say it's not just about the actor; it's about the script and who's directing it. An actor is just being hired to play a role, and obviously they're getting paid. That's the one thing people forget, that they're making these movies for this. And of course, they probably want to do the best they can do. But if the script isn't as good or the direction isn't as good, that's what we're going to see on screen. So, I mean, that's all I have to say about that. But let me know what you guys' thoughts on the new director for Venom. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting choice or interesting film to see how they're going to do it. I got a feeling this is probably not going to happen. I got a feeling they're going to cancel this movie. But
good.
It's Sony, but we'll see.
Dude, like, you already blew Carnage. What are you going to do? What villain are you going to bring in that is actually, like, interesting? Or what symbiote are you going to bring in? You did Carnage. You did Riot. Who else? There's that. They tease one at the end of Let There Be Carnage, but I don't even know who it is, nor do I care. It's like, just stop. Just please. You already showed us that you don't care about this character when you literally teased him in No Way Home, or in Let There Be Carnage, that he was going to show up in No Way Home, and made it this big thing, only to say, and just sent him back.
He was in the post-credit scene, right? He was in the post-credit scene getting explained of what happened, and then he gets sent back to his time, to his own universe, which is dumb.
Clearly, nobody cares about this character. Feige doesn't want him. Sony just wants.
Well, I think he wants him, but not this one, right? So, because we clearly see a part of the symbiote get left behind in No Way Home, so they're hinting to Black Spider-Man, which I want to see in this universe. I want to see Black Spider-Man. I want to see Black Suited Spider-Man, and I want to see it done like with the classic symbol with the white logo. I want to see that. I really do. We probably won't get it. Who knows? Because I would love to see an actual alien costume arc, because that deserves a whole movie, and the next movie should be Venom. Like, we're not going to rant about Spider-Man 3, but that's the direction they should have went. They should have made the whole movie about Black Suit Spider-Man, cliffhanger, Venom comes in the next movie. That's what should have happened, but we didn't get that. I don't know if Kevin Feige wants to do that. I mean, I don't think he's leading to that, because I don't think Secret Wars has anything to do with that, but I mean, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So, let me know in the comments what you guys think. We do have some comments, actually. Let me go ahead and head into it. Oh, this is Luke Reviews. What's going on, buddy?
I figured that was Luke Reviews.
Okay, awesome. All I had to do was buy this new comic for $50. Awesome. Oh, that's how you met John Carpenter. Best superhero trilogy in a comic? No, definitely not. Damn, a new director. Why are they making another Venom? The first one was meh. Second one was trash. Just stop making Venom movies. We agree. I really didn't enjoy the first Venom. I thought Venom Let There Be Carnage was just okay. I didn't even know Venom 3 was confirmed. Yeah, Venom 3 was confirmed when they made a lot of money for Venom Let There Be Carnage, regardless to how bad it was. So, I mean, studios look at box office. They really don't look at reviews. No, well, that's a lie because Sony did cancel Amazing Spider-Man 3 after the way Amazing Spider-Man 2 was handled, but you know,
I mean, it was also because of the Andrew Garfield thing too.
yeah, for sure, and the leaks fucked everything up too around that time. So,
Well,
yeah,
that's what happens when you have Sony level security, of which they have none.
exactly. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, and it's a big one because the runtime is humongous for this movie, and it is Avatar 2 finally gets in runtime at 190 minutes, you guys, almost clocking at 200 minutes. Wow. Are you ready, Tyler, to sit in the theater for 190 minutes of blue people swimming in water, riding on animals? Uh,
Well, to be fair, I think Discussing Film put it out yesterday that it's still being thrown around, so it's not actually
Confirmed.
yeah, it's not actually solid yet. I guess we'll find out on Tuesday because we are getting a new
Getting
trailer.
a new trailer. Okay, I figured that was
So
coming.
if we do nerd talk next week, which I doubt, I think this week is going to be a dead week.
It's gonna be a dead week. I think so too.
So if we do nerd talk, obviously we're going to talk about that. And I know Alex is going to react to that on Tuesday. Yeah. First of all, I'm glad we're getting another trailer finally.
Yeah, I like the first trailer, but I think we need another one. At least to get the story down.
If this is going to be his longest movie, right? Because Titanic is not this long, right?
No,
Wait, no. Titanic is over 3 hours, right?
Titanic is over 3 hours. Titanic is 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay, so this is gonna be
Probably
pushing
a second.
Titanic.
Yeah, it's very close.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't because I love the first Avatar. I do. I rewatched it and I still love it. I do. And that movie has really good pacing. And that movie is almost 3 hours long. They're gonna have to do some crazy ass world building in this movie to make it worth it. And I just don't think that they will. A theory that Kevin had was that it was going to be a thing where they go on another planet and this water thing
That's
is
what I. That's what I
another
thought.
planet.
That's what I thought we were doing. I thought we're done with where we're at, and we're going to a whole new area, and this is where we're going to be. So they're going to have to establish who these beings are, how they live, and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean,
It could be that, but at the same time, it's like, so the Navi live on different planets that's not Pandora?
right.
Like, what is this world then?
Yeah. To me, I think that Pandora is going to be under attack, so Sully has to go to other planets now to bring them here to fight this threat. And it's bigger than what we've seen in the first movie. That's my guess. Obviously, we haven't seen another trailer to kind of establish what the story is, but my thoughts on the runtime is that, I mean, we've sat in theaters where movies are over 3 hours. I agree. The movie just has to be very paced. We don't need very slow moments. I think this movie's going to do a decent job with pacing. I don't think James Cameron's problem is with pacing. Because if you watch some of his movies are very fast paced. I mean, we're going back to like Terminator 2. That movie is very fast paced. Even some like Titanic. Titanic has slow moments, but we care about the characters. That's why we go within the moments with them. So, one thing I tell people, don't write off James Cameron when it comes to sequels. He has two of the potential best sequels when it comes to franchises. He has Aliens and he has Terminator 2. So when it comes in making sequels, he learns from his mistakes when it comes to the first movie. So if people have certain problems with the first movie, I'm sure right now he's probably going to right those wrongs and make it better in this movie. So, I mean, I'm excited for it. I recently watched Avatar as well, and my score did go up. I think it's sitting at it was sitting at a 4 at first, and it went up to a 4.5. I do agree. I think the movie is perfectly paced, as a great 3-act structure where you feel the first half, the second half, and then the final finale The finale is awesome. I don't care if nobody say it. The finale of Avatar is awesome. So I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like Tyler said, I think they haven't really confirmed it. I got a feeling that this is the runtime for an extended cut, and they will cut it down, and we'll probably get an extended cut when the physical release come out. Or they'll do the same thing they did with the first movie. They re-released it with the extended version.
But I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get an extended cut because I don't think Disney's into doing that. I don't think that they would willingly be like, yeah, go ahead and do because the only studio that's been giving us extended cuts is Universal. Extended cuts. Mm-hmm. They're not actually extended cuts. They're just like seconds longer.
Do you think
Disney never did that?
Yeah, but it's James Cameron we're talking about too, though.
I know, but still, I don't know. I don't see that happening. You know, unless he really fights for it, which he probably will. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I guess we'll just have to wait to see how much the movie does in the box office.
Which it's gonna make bank. I do agree that the 3 hour and 10 minute thing sounds more like an extended runtime, and I hope it is. I hope.
How much longer is the first movie?
The first movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think.
Okay,
I could be wrong about that.
You're adding on what 20, 30 extra minutes to the runtime.
Avatar is 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Okay. So you're adding like what 30 minutes?
No, I think it's real. It's confirmed on IMDb. It says 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just clicked on here and Google immediately has 190 minutes, and it's showing that it's that long. So,
I guess it's confirmed. I don't know if we get it this long theatrical. There's no extended cut. I don't think so.
No, definitely not.
But I hope that if this is the case, I hope that everything in this fucking movie belongs in this movie.
Yeah, where it seemed like they could have cut that out. They could have cut that out. They could have cut that out. Now, like I said, like what you said earlier, it depends on whether or not how good they do with the world building. If we're going to a whole nother planet, then yeah, if you gotta explain who all these new characters are, because clearly Sully has a family now, so we have to know who all these who his kids are. He clearly has like a human that he adopted too, you know. So that's the one guy we see with the dreads. We see running around with his other two kids. So they have to explain all that. I guess you have to give me the longer runtime for that, then I'll take it.
I'm concerned though because I saw a clip of Avatar 2 when they re-released it. Everyone did, and it was a beautiful scene visually. Obviously, this movie is going to be incredible visually, especially in 3D. But the scene kind of just was meandering. It was a gorgeous scene to look at, and I was just like, I was mesmerized. I don't know, maybe it's because it was the first actual footage of this movie that was the actual movie,
and maybe because you saw it out of context.
Yeah, but like I'm watching. Essentially, the scene is that he helps this like whale thing that like is hurt or whatever.
Like we see this kind of scene in the trailer. Where he's like in the water.
You know, this little kid who I think is Jake's kid, he helps out this little whale thing, and essentially he frees the whale. That's like the beginning of the scene, and then the rest of the scene is him just swimming around with it.
Yeah,
and I was watching the scene, and I was just like, okay, I get it. He helped the whale. So,
do you think they try to capture like the moments where see, that's why I say there's scenes where in the first Avatar, which I really do think I want to do a watch along for it, but where he's flying with his thing for the first time and you feel that with him. Do you think they're trying to capture that?
No, stuff like that, that's different because they're developing his character, right. And you know, they're showing how the world works. I don't need a 10-minute scene with a kid swimming with a whale. What is that building, bro? It's a whale.
If it's his kid, we need to understand who he is and who he is as a character. Maybe. It's different if it was Sully. Okay, we already know who he is, and you know we spend a whole entire movie with him. When you talk about a new character and he's doing something, yeah, give me that because I need to understand who he is and where he's at in this point of his life. So that's the only reason why I kind of disagree on that.
I mean, I don't know. I could just be talking out of my ass. The movie just needs to be tightly paced. That's it, and it needs to be interesting. Which is we've been saying this for a whole year now, ever since we saw the trailer. It needs to be interesting. That's it. It needs to. When this movie ends, I'm not saying that all of us need to have this expectation, but if we don't have this expectation, I think it's a problem. Almost 75% of people who see this movie need to walk out and say, I want more.
Yeah, because they're making 3 more of these movies.
If we walk out of this movie and we say Disney's going to be pissed.
Do you think we're getting a cliffhanger at the end of this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to end and they're going to say, wait for the next movie to find out what happens. Clearly he's shooting all these movies back to back to back. So if this movie fails, they're not going to stop. They're going to probably make him make the next one the last one, which I do believe this should be a trilogy. This should not be 5 movies. I don't understand why it's 5 movies. It should be a trilogy, but I don't know. I mean, I agree. I do want to walk out of this movie saying I want more, and I'm going to try to turn my brain off as much as I can when this movie comes out. Well, not turn my brain off, but lower my expectations. We'll have to wait to see how this trailer looks, this next trailer. Because this next trailer is clearly a story trailer to letting us know what this movie's about. Because the last movie was about visuals.
Yeah.
We saw how the world looks.
In a weird way, I kind of don't want to watch it. I don't know.
I want to
I do, but I don't.
The weird part about this is that I remember when the first trailer for the first Avatar came out, and I didn't understand what I was seeing. I just saw that it was about,
it
was about blue people, or whatever, but and I agree, I agree to disagree. It's I want to see it, but I agree, I shouldn't watch it because I should go in this movie blind.
I kind of want to wait till next week because I'm seeing Wakanda Forever in IMAX, and that trailer
is going to show it in the theater. Yeah, you're going to see it in IMAX too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to look amazing on
what
IMAX.
I was hoping for. I wish they did this. They're not going to, but I wish that they had a sneak peek for it that was 5 minutes long. Because normally with big IMAX movies, they put sneak peeks behind the big IMAX movies beforehand.
Yeah, you get a 5 to 7 minute scene of the movie.
And Wakanda Forever is the last big IMAX movie before Avatar.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe they'll announce one. I don't know. But yeah, but like I said, if we walk out of this movie, see, this is the thing with this trailer. We're getting. I hope it's 2.5 minutes. I hope it's not 3.5 minute trailer.
If it's 3.5 minutes, I'm gonna be pissed. But it's Disney, so it's not. I can see Warner Bros. Doing something. This is Disney. I don't.
Yes, Warner. Oh my God, Warner Bros. Release a 5 minute trailer if they wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think Disney's gonna allow them to do a 3.5 minute long trailer.
We're seeing 2 minutes of 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Right. Exactly.
I do think most of the movie, English. I think most of the trailer is going to be action, to be honest.
Yeah.
And visuals.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get that much of a story, to be honest.
You don't think so? I mean, we might get. I think we get a slight.
I don't think it's going to be visual heavy like the first trailer, but I don't think they're going to give that much away. Which,
I hope not.
That's kind of a positive, but I hope they at least give us something.
Could you even say the same thing about the Wakanda Forever trailer? The last trailer we got didn't really give us a story. I mean, we know that Namor is coming.
But Wakanda Forever, we know essentially what happened. It's Namor is coming for the surface and he's about to take out Wakanda, and they're also dealing with T'Challa passing away.
Right.
We know what we need to know to be okay, let's go.
Right.
We don't have that with Avatar other than, hey, the first one was good and it's been forever. So
going on fucking 11 years. It's crazy to think that, longer than 11 years, actually. It's been 13 almost.
13,
right?
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, because the first one came out 2009. So, yeah. It's crazy, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. If you guys are watching on the replay, we do got some comments. Um, Luke said, to be honest, he's not excited for Avatar 2. Adam is ready for Avatar 2. Latuda Moore said the first Avatar was was a visual masterpiece with a decent story. However, the message wasn't heavy-handed. And at times cringy. I'll cut the 4K for the visuals, but not going to the theater to see it. I can see that. Most people say the story felt repetitive, like we saw it before, but most movies are like that. We see a lot of repetitive stories. So when people say that, it's like, yeah, but most likely you've seen a movie is a repetitive story from something else. So most of the hero stories about the kid, like someone like Luke Skywalker, has been done over by other stories. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. And I wanted to talk about this just because, like, why? But I don't want to talk about it because I'm like, why the hell did I put this in the show notes? But since I did, we might as well talk about it. Vision is in talks to getting his own Disney Plus series. I guess they're going to focus on the White Vision character, and I'd wanted to talk about this. Like, why are we getting this? Because I think White Vision was one of the worst things they could have done in WandaVision, and it didn't lead anywhere besides two characters floating in the air talking to each other, and he just flew off, and we don't know where the fuck his character is at. I've seen a video where they talk about Marvel things that has been left on the floor that no one talks about, like what happened to that character, and he is one of them. Because he literally flies off. We have not touched on what the hell he's been doing, and we've gotten all these projects so far. But Tyler, what are your thoughts on this? Because for me, I'm not interested in this. Like, trust me, I kind of wish Vision would have stayed dead from Infinity War, but him coming back, it kind of like does a disservice for his character in Infinity War. But yeah, go ahead, Tyler. Give me your thoughts.
The universe sometimes is really funny. You know that? Somebody posted a meme saying, "Oh, Marvel is the king of leaving things unanswered," and it was like 4 pictures, and one of them was White Vision. The next fucking day, they announced this.
Yeah.
And at first, when someone posted it, I said, "That's a troll. No, that's not happening." Mm-hmm. And then someone else tweeted it, and I was like, "Oh, this is real." Oh, okay. Why? What is Feige's fascination with spanning off WandaVision? As much as I love WandaVision, why are we getting not one but now 2 spin-off projects from WandaVision that no one asked for?
Because we're getting this, and what's the other one?
Agatha,
right? Yeah. I don't know. But this is why I think we go back to the main question: are we getting Marvel fatigue? Is he milking the cow too much? Where we're getting so much.
You put it in the notes. Okay. I thought you didn't put AntMan in the notes.
Oh yeah, I definitely did. But yeah, like, are we getting so much?
I'll talk about that when we get to AntMan.
Yeah, like, are we getting so much though from this franchise where it's like, bro, we don't need. And I understand Disney wants these projects for their streaming platform. I get it. You got to have content to keep your service alive. But if you guys, like, I think Stu just said it best. If you guys want to do it, don't do a series. Give it an hour special.
This is the thing with Disney Plus. I feel like Feige feels like, oh, Marvel's the only source that's bringing in attention with Disney Plus, and it's not. Mm-hmm. To me, if I'm going to be brutally honest, and it might sound crazy, but I think it's genuinely true, most of the interest from Disney Plus comes from Star Wars. In the sense that every time they announce a show, someone is hyped for it.
Yeah.
You got The Bad Batch. All the Clone Wars fans were excited. Yeah. Tales from the Jedi just debuted. Everyone was hyped for it.
Yep.
Visions. A lot of people were excited because it was something totally different. And the big elephant, Mando. Like, Star Wars always, gains something. With these Marvel shows, I just feel like nobody cares anymore.
Because they mostly they mostly dropped the ball. I mean, let's go back to She-Hulk. I mean, I like She-Hulk, but I mean, at the end of the day, they kind of dropped the ball with that. Going back after that, we had Hawkeye drop the ball. You know, we had damn, they've had so many damn shows. Goddamn, I can't even think about it. But
Most people thought Moon Knight dropped the ball. I don't, but
well, Moon Knight started this, but then it went kind of like this for me at least. Which I kind of, when you looked at it, I said, I kind of wish it would have been like an hour special or something like that. Or I think he should have got his movie. It should have been a movie instead of a show.
With all the world building that they tried doing, I can't see that movie being a 2-hour movie and working. I can't, because they might not have pulled off everything, but they were trying to build this new side of the MCU with all these monsters and Egyptian shit, and then they were also trying to handle the relationship with Mark and Steven. And then they were also trying to do the relationship with him and what's her face? Layla. And then they had the villain thing. The villain thing was but poor Ethan Hawke too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he felt like he gave it his all.
That you can't take all of that and put it in a 2-hour movie. You just can't. Even if it was 2.5 hours.
These shows, like I said, I think, and that's why I think we need to go back and watch them as one thing, because I think what's really killing is that the episodic thing. If they kind of release these like Venge It, we might have a different.
It depends on how you make the show. It depends on how you make the show, because I think WandaVision and Moon Knight work as the week-to-week thing because they are essentially mysteries. Moon Knight is essentially a mystery. The other shows, they're Loki too, because Loki was.
I think Loki works the week-to-week.
Even Falcon and Winter Soldier for me worked week to week. I liked that week to week. Miss Marvel I don't think worked week to week because it wasn't a mystery. Well, maybe it was. I just I didn't care
at points.
Moon Knight, Miss Marvel was fucking ridiculous with what it was trying to do. Most of these shows, they're just telling one story that's 6 hours long.
Yeah.
Versus. And these stories have no intrigue versus something like WandaVision or Moon Knight, where you keep throwing in new elements that change the story and make them like, oh man, I can't wait to see what happens next week. Like episode 5 of, is it 5? 5 of Moon Knight, when they're in limbo and then Steven fucking dies. I was like, yo, what? Like that was crazy. Mm-hmm. The same thing with WandaVision. WandaVision remains, in terms of watching week to week, the most fun because every time it ended, I was like, fuck. And then for 7 days, I'd sit there like guessing, like, ooh, what's gonna happen?
Next?
Oh my god.
Yeah. That was the one of the funnest one to try to guess what's happening next. Like, especially with the first 3 episodes, because they kept on the sitcom feel. Yeah. Where they kept hinting like, okay, something else is behind the curtain. Someone else behind the curtain. But we don't know. Like, is it a game or is it just like a simulation?
We didn't know, and that's what made it fun. With these stories, they don't have that element of like fun and mystery. They're just, here's your story, watch it with these characters, and then eventually we'll use them again. Mm-hmm. It's like, I want to sit here and be excited for these shows, but I'm just not. Like, I feel like Secret Invasion is going to kind of bring that back with the whole... With the thing of it being like a thriller or a spy movie type thing, and having it be Secret Invasion, even though I'm not really excited for that show, I do think that they could bring it back with that. That's really the only show I have any interest in. Other than that, they just announced this today that Young Avengers is getting a show. That's going to be a show.
So that did get announced today.
Yeah, I think so. That they confirmed that that's going to be a show. Okay.
Which I think works. I think works as a show.
Yes and no. Like, I can't see it as a movie, but at the same time, I'm worried about it being a show in this weird, bizarre way.
Did they really confirm it, or it says rumored?
Yeah, I think Disgusting Film tweeted it out today.
Because the thing is, like, it depends on how many episodes it is, what characters are going to be involved. Obviously, who's writing and directing the series for one. And who's going to be the villain? Where is this going to entail? What's the story going to be? That's the one thing. It's like, okay, how is this going to, especially be involved with the MCU, which kind of makes me upset because we're not going to see characters like Kamala Khan and stuff on the big screen yet until obviously we get to the Marvels or whatever.
Well, we would get Kamala Khan before that. Right. She's going to be in the Marvels.
Right. But I mean, to see the Young Avengers interact on the big screen is going to be different than seeing them interact on the small screen. So, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. Two says, the problem isn't Marvel fatigue. I think it's execution and follow through. I agree. They start off good and then, basically then nosedive. Also, they don't have the same connective tissue as the first three phases. I think we've talked about this. It's not even that they don't feel connected. It's just tones that even though the first three phases, most of the movies have different tones, they still had that felt like they were the same tone. Like that's what it felt like. And with this phase, I mean, clearly we see with and that's the one thing we keep forgetting. All these projects came out so fast within this phase. Like if you count the shows and movies, good God, we got a lot of shit this phase. Like, God damn, so much stuff this phase. It's insane. Because phase 3 we got a lot, but this phase, this kills phase 3. If I'm not mistaken, phase 4 is the most project we gotten of any phase, right? Am I not lying? Am I mistaken?
Oh yeah, this is the most we've gotten. Yeah,
if you count the shows, yeah. Like so, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. What up, Marquise? Thank you for joining, bro. It's my little brother right there. Also, I think everyone gets how much the pandemic not only affected Marvel but entertainment in general. Yeah, we've talked about that, and that's why there's a 50-50 why I say, okay, I understand why they put so much out because of the pandemic, but two, it's like, yeah, but you guys should have kind of expanded out more, instead of throwing everything out in there.
You had the power to delay stuff, and you're not.
Yeah, you guys should have
because this is the thing. It's like you look at the Phase 5 slate, and it looks the exact same as Phase 4.
Yeah,
so in terms of being close, it looks the exact same. You have the power to delay it, and you're not. So when these projects end up coming out the way they look, the next thing we talk about, it's because you refuse to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So when these projects come out and we all come on here every week and say, this looks like shit visually, you can't get mad.
Yeah.
Because you have the power to say, let's delay this so we can. And if you delay the shows, who is it hurting? Who is it hurting if you delay the shows?
It's not hurting us.
It's not hurting anybody.
I would rather get a better project instead of getting something rushed.
You're not losing money.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they are losing money, but it's not. It'd be more catastrophic to release something that's not.
But what I'm saying is they're not profiting from the shows in terms of the way a movie would. Yeah, because they're just profiting from Disney Plus subscriptions. That's it.
For sure.
It's not the same thing. So I don't understand what is going on over there. That they're just like, no, we're gonna release these movies so close. The shows so close together with the movies. I don't know. It worked. It baffles me that it worked so well when we started with this.
Yeah.
Say what you want about the shows. When we got Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and Loki, that felt so just smooth. I don't know. Maybe it's because we had no movies until then.
Yeah, I think the only movie we had around that time was Black Widow and Shang-Chi. Yeah. Those are the only two that we got.
But even then, I think right around when I started to feel it was
then we got Eternals too.
I didn't even start to feel it then. I think it was around Moon Knight where I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah, that was the beginning of March.
Because even with Hawkeye, I was like, okay, this is it's not good, but I'm not okay, whatever. I wasn't starting to feel it. I really wasn't. I think it was around Multiverse of Madness where I was like, yeah, I need to chill with this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know why they refuse to just listen. Yes, we're not always right. As much as I come on here and almost blow blood vessels, I know I'm not always right. But sometimes I'm right. Like, this is one of the times when we're right. You need to start delaying these projects. That way you can make them come out the way they should look. Like, all these projects should look like WandaVision and Loki. Those two projects are the best looking Disney Plus things.
Yeah,
simple as that.
For sure. Stu said Lutudo is preaching tonight. Said it worked because no movies, and 2, the shows were actually good. 3, it was a new thing. Yeah, I mean we got some movies, but it wasn't as much as we're getting now. 2, well, the other your other point is that they were actually the shows were actually good. I mean, I think Tyler will kind of disagree. He thinks Moon Knight is pretty good. So, I mean,
as much as I think Loki's overrated, I'll say it's fresh and unique. I'll happily say it's fresh and unique. I'll take something like Loki any day of the century over something like Hawkeye and She-Hulk.
Sure.
You know,
for sure. Me to say Kevin Feige can't have hands on with all the projects like he used to. Yeah, I think at this point he just needs to start having other people have creative control over certain things. Like if he wants to have someone control over the shows, but they have to be in line that saying, okay, this is the structure I have going. Because the one thing is these shows feel like they're one-off stories, which we should want that. But if you guys have a universe, they should feel connected to other things. So, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I know we've been on this story a lot longer than I wanted to, but it kind of got us on another rant. But if you guys have any other comments about Vision getting his own series or Disney Plus in general when it comes to Marvel series, let us know in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic, and it is Marvel related because they dropped the trailer finally for Ant-Man Quantumania. Well, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. It finally dropped. Was it last week? Yeah, last week.
Tuesday.
No,
okay. It's Monday.
Monday? Yeah, Monday. It's funny because you thought it was gonna. They said it was gonna drop Monday Night Football.
Yeah, that's what everyone thought.
12.
Well, you said like, oh, they're gonna drop it at 12, and I was like, they've never dropped it. I've never seen them drop a Marvel trailer at 12. It's always been like 9 or them doing an event.
It's usually in the morning.
Yeah,
but I think. I said 12 because once you said it was coming out, I said they drop it at 12. And what happened? They dropped it at 12.
I was getting pissed because everyone was like, yeah, this trailer's coming out. And it was like 10 o'clock. And I was like, okay, so this trailer's not fucking coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And then people were like, oh, no, it's going to come out during the game. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I was just sitting there and they dropped it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's here now.
Yeah. So, just give me your thoughts, Tyler. I did a reaction. If you guys want to see my reaction, I thought the trailer looked fine. It's gonna look visually stunning. The colors and the world, and to me, it's gonna have like Guardians of the Galaxy's, visuals. At least I hope it does. But Tyler, go ahead and give me your thoughts on what you thought of the trailer. I know you probably didn't like it as much as we did.
Me and AJ felt the exact same way, literally, and we felt the same way as the days have gone by.
Is it about the story?
The more we watch this trailer, the more we don't like it. At first I thought the visuals looked cool, and then I've watched it on multiple devices, and I'm not big on the visuals. Some of them look really good. Other ones look like Spy Kids. And I'm not the only one that said that.
Yeah, obviously there's a picture going around.
You know, I haven't been on this. Yeah, I haven't been on this bandwagon of saying, oh, all the Marvel movies look like Spy Kids. This is the first one where I'm like, yeah, it looks like Spy Kids. It doesn't look good at all. There's this shot of Cassie and Scott like looking at these like creatures or whatever, and it looks so fake. And that's a problem. It looks bad, really bad visually. Some of the effects are really good, like that effect of whatever of like Giant Man fucking like deteriorating or some shit. That looks really cool. All the shots of Kang look fantastic. There's like there's a really cool shot of Giant Man being like surrounded or whatever that looks really cool. You know, there's some neat visuals. The concepts for the visuals are really cool. I will say that, like all the designs and stuff on paper they look really cool. CGI is not good. And I wish I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, by February it'll get better. Can I say that?
I mean, with Marvel has been going on these last couple months, I don't know. I mean,
Because we said that about She-Hulk. We were like, yeah, the CGI is gonna get better. No, it didn't. In parts, it got worse actually.
yeah, for sure.
Except for the finale. That's where all the budget went, which
Mm-hmm.
was hilarious to me. I don't know. This trailer just kind of did nothing for me. I'm not excited for this movie. I never was. Peyton Reed is the epitome of dishwater in terms of directing in the MCU to me. He's so bland and just
He's
he's
directed both
nothing.
AntMan movies, right?
Yes, he did.
See, I like the first AntMan movie for
The
what
first one feels like it has style. Ant-Man and the
yeah.
Wasp doesn't feel like that.
No, it definitely doesn't.
And I don't know, maybe it's because it's filmed with a different aspect ratio than most of the MCU movies that it feels like that.
Talking about the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one has like it has like a very like low budget, like it don't feel like it fits in the MCU even though it is an MCU. At least visually. Like it doesn't look like any other Marvel movie. It doesn't. It has its own style to it, and I'm kind of upset that Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of went with the MCU style because it has that gray undertone, like
Oh my god, is that movie so fucking gray, bro?
like obviously it has the cinematic aspect ratio too, which I do like the aspect ratio. I've always liked the cinematic aspect ratio, but I felt like with the Ant-Man movies, I felt like that smaller scale worked better, but with this movie, I feel like with the visuals being where they are, we have to go this big the way it is. It's not there's no way they can go smaller, especially when you're introducing Kane. And John says Jonathan Majors looks fantastic as Kane. I agree, he does look great as Kane.
He looks awesome. His costume should not have translated that well to live action,
and it does,
because I didn't think he was gonna have like the blue face or whatever it is.
Talking about with the helmet on, right?
I don't know if it's a helmet, mask.
It's gonna. I think they did the perfect thing where it's gonna be a helmet. It's gonna be a light undertone under his helmet.
Whatever it is, it looks really good. That's one of those costumes that it looks so goofy in the comics, and it's like like Mysterio. Look how well Mysterio turned out, end up being in the MCU costume wise. Like that. They did a really good job with that costume. I love the cape when he's walking and it shows the cape. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I saw and heard Kang in this trailer, I was excited, and that's because that's the only reason I'm excited for this movie. I have nothing against the new girl they got for Cassie. I think she's a good actress.
Is that that's her from Freaky, isn't it?
Yeah.
I knew. I'm like, I watched Freaky. I'm like, oh, I guess that's actually last week playing Cassie in the new Ant-Man movie, and I watched it recently. I'm like, oh,
the thing is like, it feels like they recasted her because this actress feels more like MCU, and if you watch Detective Pikachu, you know exactly what I mean about that. Okay, she feels like she fits in the MCU mold like a glove, whereas the other actress they had didn't fit that.
Well, the weird thing is that she's only in one scene in that movie, like where Scott sees her. That's the only time we see her, and of course she's in the end, but they get no dialogue. It's just one of those scenes where it's a montage scene. So, like, I don't know. I think it's weird that when they recast, well, that's why I think also too we only seen one scene with that actress. So if they recast, it's not gonna be such a big thing.
No, it's not a big deal in that sense. It kind of irks me that they got rid of. Now, they could have gotten rid of her for more reasons than one, but part of me thinks they got rid of her because she wasn't MCU-ified in the sense that she didn't fit in there.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. That's a very weird situation, but now we can talk about what I really don't like.
Yeah, I was waiting on this.
Hate the plot of this movie. Now, granted, there could be more. There more often than not. There's usually
always more.
Like with No Way Home, we didn't know that. Like we knew. Actually, we didn't know because I didn't guess that the plot was going to be like, oh yeah, he's trying to send them home to prevent or to cure them to prevent them from dying. Right. Like they say that in the trailer, but I didn't piece that together.
I mean, at this point, we think is that we think Spider-Man and Doctor Strange gonna be fighting each other throughout the entire movie, but it's not that. I thought that at least.
We know the setup of this movie. The setup is that they get stuck in the quantum realm. I hate that. I do. I hate it. I've never been positive about it, and I don't think I ever will because it feels like a cartoon. Legitimately, it feels like a cartoon where it kind of feels like in a way like a plot to a straight to DVD Disney movie. That's what it feels like, and it's not to say the first two are like the OG originals that this one becomes. It's just like I don't know. It just feels so goofy and wacky, and it feels like I don't know. I've never been on board with it. It seems so stupid. To me, and why are we still getting Hank and Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah, like I feel like those characters should have been gone. Why are they still in this?
And why are we going to the quantum realm? Why? I need to know what in the holy hell is so important about this place.
Yeah.
Now, granted, will the movie probably tell us? Yeah, sure. So I'll keep my judgment. But as of now, I don't understand what is the point of this place. Yeah. What is the point?
Yeah, what's so special about the quantum realm?
And somebody put out a post talking about Fantastic Four, and it was like, oh, who could be the villain that's not Doctor Doom? Because they confirmed he's not Doctor Doom. Thank everything holy.
Who?
Doctor Doom is not going to be the villain in the Fantastic Four movie. They confirmed.
Oh, I think that's the best way to go. Don't make him the first villain.
So someone said, what if it's I forgot. John will probably tell us. That it's this essentially he's a variant of Kang that got dropped in Egypt. I could be wrong. Egypt in something BC. And he would be the villain of Fantastic Four. So essentially it'd be another Kang. So I was like, so they need to be, if that's true, now there's no rumors about it. That was just an idea. If they do that, they need to be careful, because is it going to be a thing where it's like most of the Phase 5 movies are just going to have a variant of Kang as the villain, just different? Now, I'd be happy because Jonathan Majors gets to play different roles, even though he's the same. But
it's different. It's different variations of the character.
But at the same time, I don't want to see the same character as the villain in all these different movies, even though it's a different character technically. So it begs the question: if they do that, is this Kang just the Quantum Realms version of Kang?
Yeah,
because they say in this trailer like this is like a whole nother universe or something.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to the Kang character, like we clearly got him in Loki, and he's gonna come back for Loki. Like he's gonna be the villain in Loki, clearly. Then he's gonna be the villain in AntMan too. And it was weird because we're getting the Kang Dynasty, which I think that's why we're getting all these iterations of Kang, because we're getting Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. So if Kang is another iteration of Kang shows up to be the villain of Fantastic Four, they clearly are leading up to something. But I think Fantastic Four is coming out after that, right?
Before.
Coming out before Kang Dynasty. So yeah, if they're building up to something, as long as it makes sense, I'm all for it. Especially like you said, even if they had to replace the actor, let's say if it's not Jonathan Majors, let's say if it's, you know how they do the variant where it's a different version of him, like they did with Loki. Now, if they do it like that, then I'm fine, because it's weird that when you watch other movies, well, like Doctor Strange for one, why is it always Benedict Cumberbatch? Why is it not different actors? Like someone like Spider-Man is 3 different actors, or like Loki, they got a fucking alligator as Loki. So like, why is it certain characters get to stay the way they are? So if they do it like that, where it's Kang but he's played by a different actor, I'll take it. But we'll see.
Also, oh my god, what was I gonna say? I had it in my head. It was about AntMan. Oh my god, I had it in my head, bro. Fuck. I forgot. Um,
What do you think about Bill Murray being in this movie?
I want to know what he's doing.
Yeah, because
You know, I
we
think
got
he's gonna be like Billy D. Williams in Rise of Skywalker.
we got Becky here saying he don't understand he's surprised they didn't edit him out of the trailer, which he's still in the movie. Like I know he talked about them saying he's not in the movie, but I think he's still in there. So
Um, he said, "I don't want Ant Man. First of all, I don't want three Ant Man movies. We didn't need three Ant Man. We didn't need two Ant Man movies. We only needed one. You didn't need a whole movie to introduce Wasp because essentially that's what that movie is. Other than Ghost now, but I don't need two Ant Man. I don't need three Ant Man movies. The Ant Man franchise is one of the most uninteresting franchises in the MCU. That's not Thor at this point.
yeah, I think
You know,
Ant Man works better as a side character, not the main character of his own
the
franchise.
first
Like
one was fine.
yeah,
But
like I think
that's back when we got really cool origin movies for superheroes.
yeah, that was a long
you
time
know
ago.
what
That was a
was
while
the
ago.
what was the last origin MCU movie that we got? I was like, man, that was a banger. Other than Eternals, like a solo superhero.
Yeah, because we had what
Well,
Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi
Shang-Chi
was
was
pretty
pretty
cool.
good,
Um, but
minus the humor.
um,
John was fucking.
I think it's been a while since we got a because even someone like Black Panther, I don't think Black Panther that's nice origin movie. Like we got his origin movie in Civil War.
And it's much better.
Like yeah, I agree. I tell everybody I said I love Black Panther, but my problem with Black Panther is that he's not the character he was in Civil War. And yeah, he had a different angle because his motivation got
You're trying to
resolved
be a
in that
king.
not even that he well that too, but his motivation for in Civil War got resolved at the end of the movie because he found out that
Yeah.
his he was going out for revenge.
I feel like
Um,
it's not even that though, because even in Infinity War, I like him more than the Black Panther movie.
yeah,
Because in Infinity War, he kind of has that badassery.
yeah,
Like he
but
just walks in, he's like, "All right, bro." He
yeah,
tells
but
Bucky, "He's like, all right, let's
I,
go."
I think in that movie he has to be that because he's leading an army. In Black Panther, there's a lot of situations where he has a lot of emotion going on. Clearly, his father dies. He has to be king. He goes out to get Claw himself instead of staying back and letting someone else do it. He finds out his cousin was alive. He finds out he has a cousin. It's a lot of emotion going on with that character. So that's why he's like that, but I kind of don't like that at all. Like there's certain situations where it's like, bro, that's your cousin and you know exactly what he's done. He's worked with Claw. So why not you just spill all the tea? Why you got to keep everything hold back? Like, hold on, you don't get to have the birthright because you're the reason why Claw is in here in this first place. You guys are working together. Like, that's the one thing that pissed me off when I watched the movie when you whisper like, I know everything. It's like say it, like say it, dude. Like tell everybody in that room he's working with Claw. Like he was working with him. He was there the whole time. Like, but that's neither here or there. I know. I just want to know that. I know. But going back to this AntMan, I'm not excited. I'm interested, but I'm not excited for this movie. I'm more excited for Kang than AntMan. That's what I'm more excited for. Clearly, he's getting his own Avengers like movie. He's going to be the main threat in one of the Avenger movies. So I'm just ready to see what Jonathan Majors bring to this version of Kang because he's not going to be the same version we got in Loki. It's going to be a totally different person. So that's what I'm more excited about. Like I said, hopefully they clean up the visuals by February. It's weird that we get this movie in February. At least I think it's weird we're getting it in February. And two, hopefully the characters are okay. Hopefully the actress who played Cassie is good because I
I
thought
think
she was
she's gonna be
fine.
good.
I
She's
thought
a good actress.
I thought she was fine and freaky, but I mean,
Nah, I really like her in Freaky.
I thought she was fine and freaky. So I
Um,
guess we'll have to wait and see.
this is probably for me at least. This is gonna end up being a Valentine's Day massacre.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't know,
it's.
man. We'll have
I
to wait.
think I'm gonna walk out of this movie giving it like a 3.5 and being like, Kang was the best part. Also, who did Evangeline Lilly piss off in the stylist department, bro?
Yeah, I think the clearly the best of her has been is into I don't know, but I don't know what's going on with that dude. Like, cause I did not like her hair in the first movie. The bob
Wolf.
did not work. her with this short haircut. Like, dude, you trying to do your Jamie Lee Curtis? It's not working at all.
They're trying to make her look like the comics, and
Okay.
they in the first one they tried making her look like the old school comics. It failed. So then they tried making her look like the new version of the comics where she has that haircut. It failed. Just let her have her hair.
Yeah, just let her have her hair. Like, you
It
can't
works.
I understand you guys are trying to make her look different for each movie. I get it. Like, it's more of a visual style. Like, okay, this is the newest movie, so we got to make her look new, like they do with the suits. Like, we're gonna give them a whole new suit because a whole new movie. But like, come on, son.
Also, I've seen people say that the AntMan suit is not good in this movie. I can't relate. I actually really like the new suit that he has.
I mean, I can't. The only thing I can't tell what's new about it. It's new. It's a new suit.
The chest piece.
Okay,
he has like a whole new chest.
I didn't really notice it. I was kind of paying attention to other things around the trailer besides his actual suit.
They all have new suits. Wasp's suit is like yellow now. It's not like gold. I
noticed her suit, but I didn't notice Ant-Man's suit.
I don't know, man. A lot of people were like, "Oh, the suits get worse and worse." I'm like, I like it. The best thing about the trailer, in all honesty, is the music. The music is awesome in that trailer.
Which I'm actually surprised I didn't get copyrighted for that trailer. I didn't get copyrighted for that trailer, which it had a song in it. I'm like, damn, I still haven't got copyrighted for it. Well, watch I say I didn't copyright it and they copyright me tomorrow. But obviously I didn't get that many views though. But still, I thought the music was fine. Like I said, hopefully they clean up the visuals by February. So I don't want to go in there and look like, oh my god, this looks so bad, because it's going to be clearly all CGI. We only going to get parts of the beginning in the real world, or however this movie ends in the real world, and most of it's going to take place in the quantum realm. Which I agree. I don't think I'm not excited for that. Why do we have to spend the entire movie in this place? Why? Why do we
in a place that essentially doesn't matter that we know of right now? Because it's not Earth.
Yeah, and also it's like the quantum realm thing. I felt it was we figured it out in the second movie. Like, why do we need to go back to there? But I mean,
the only thing that was intriguing with the quantum realm was in Endgame when they were like, yeah, time is like it's not the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they essentially use it to travel back in time.
Yeah. That was the only aspect of it that's important. And if thinking back to that, it's like, now they're not gonna do this. I know they're not. It takes too much willpower to actually do this. It would be kind of cool if they brought up the fact that the quantum realm is pissed, like, hey, you kind of used us to time travel and mess some shit up. Like,
yeah, but also what they did was fix those universes. So did he really mess up? No, because they go back and put the pieces back together where the timeline was supposed to be, out of ordinary. So I don't think the actual quantum realm would be pissed that they used it to do something that could potentially fix the universe.
I don't know. My MCU, the MCU right now is not what I thought it was going to be at all. I thought after Endgame, the MCU was going to be in like fucking destruction and waste after they went back in time and did all that stuff. My vision for the MCU personally was they went back, got the stones, they put them back. Like, yeah, okay, you put them back, but the future is still fucked up. And that's how Kang got brought in. That's clearly not how they're doing it, which pisses me off kind of, because I think a MCU that's essentially on its ass and everything is going wrong, that could be a lot of fun. But instead, every time we start one of these fucking movies, it's sunshine and daisies until someone shows up and says, I want to kick your ass. And then 2 hours later, they get their asses kicked, and then we're back where we started. Except Doctor Strange, who has a third eye now.
Right. Doctor Strange is the only one that has to deal with the repercussions. Well, I guess Eternals too, because Eternals has a fucking celestial popping out of the fucking earth. So
we didn't talk about what I think I remember what I want to talk about. So I've seen people saying remember the scene in the trailer where Kang is like doing some fucking weird shit and you see like this circle thingy moving or whatever?
Yeah, like it's kind of like arcs moving and stuff. Yeah.
So there's these markings on it, and they had that picture, they had the 10 rings, and they had Kamala Khan's bangle, and they said, oh, what if Kang has to get these things to make the time chair that he has.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know what the time chair does.
I don't
I
know
don't
what it does
know.
either.
John probably knows what it does. I don't know what it does. I'm assuming it's his Infinity Gauntlet, essentially. And I've seen people kind of complaining, like, oh, if that's where they're going to go, then that's kind of lame because they're essentially just doing Infinity War again. Yes and no. Like, yes in concept, but not really because this is going to be like, see, it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but this is going to kind of be like over movies. I don't think it's gonna happen all in one movie. I think like
No.
he's gonna get them gradually as
Mhm.
we move through, to Kang Dynasty. Or maybe that's what Kang's Dynasty is. Maybe that's why it's called Kang's Dynasty.
Yeah,
You
or
know.
like I said, in this movie, they can flip the script where Kang might not be the main villain of this movie, where it's more like Kang is here, but he's not the villain of this movie. Because it's crazy that he is the villain of this movie, but then he's getting his own thing. But we know we got variants of him. But I mean, they like I said, they could side swipe us and make him not the villain of this movie, even though they've been telling us, oh yeah, he's the main villain of this movie. They could just be saying that just to make us look at him, and then they bring in somebody else, which I don't think they will do. But I don't know.
Well, we do know MODOK is gonna be in this movie.
Right? See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, yeah, because in the trailer, it looked like he's asking Ant-Man for his help to do something. We don't know what it is.
But I highly doubt that MODOK of all people is the main villain.
Right.
Like, bro, this fucking robot thing is the villain. Like, bro, just
like
shrink and go in his robot machine and just kill him.
Yeah,
You almost did it with Iron Man.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's something else they're not showing us, and it's weird because, like I said, this is the movie that starts Phase 5, right?
Yes,
it's the movie that starts Phase 5. So, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see how this movie ends and where it's going, where it's leading. I mean, obviously, I have to wait and see where Black Panther leads to end on that, see what's going for the next phase too. Which is so weird the way these phases are setting up because we're so used to an Avengers movie being the end of the phase. Well, at least some of them being the end of the phase, but usually an Avenger movie is
it's
like,
a
okay, this
bookend,
is
and
where,
then
yeah, it's a
one more
bookend, right?
movie is an epilogue,
Right.
essentially.
So, I mean, we'll just have to, like I said, I know I keep saying it, we'll just have to wait and see. We can, conspiracy theories and
I do like that.
our own theories and stuff.
As much as we shit on them for not releasing these trailers sooner, I do like that. At least for me, we've gone into the last 3 MCU movies not really knowing what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Strange, we really thought what it was about, and we didn't.
They tricked me because I did not think Wanda was going to be the villain throughout the entire movie. I did not think that at all.
We knew most of No Way Home, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The same thing with Eternals, but like
I didn't know that I was getting with Eternals. I didn't know it at all.
But like, Doctor Strange, Thor, we didn't really know anything about Thor, to be honest, and Wakanda Forever we know, but we really don't know because
we
don't
with the
know
movie
how
being 2 hours and 41 minutes, we don't know shit.
Yeah,
it's a lot that's gonna happen in this movie.
We know some things, but we don't know how they'll happen. Like, we don't know how Shuri is gonna become Black Panther. We don't know what is gonna lead to Wakanda being completely destroyed, which I do still think will happen. So it feels good, it feels good to not completely know what we're getting into in a movie. It feels good to walk in and guess, and that's how I feel about Ant-Man. Like, in a way, I'm excited because we don't really know what it's about, but like at the same time, it's like I don't really care, So we'll see with Ant-Man. I'm not really sure how that's gonna end up being.
My bad. That was my fiance. She took her nieces to see Halloween Ends.
Oof.
And yeah, she was asking how long she got left because the movie started like at 7:30. I'm like, you're not gonna be out of there till about like almost like 9 o'clock. So so yeah. I was listening to everything. I agree with everything you just said. So, you got any more thoughts on the Ant-Man 3 trailer?
No, we'll see. We didn't put this in the notes. The Guardians of the Galaxy.
I totally forgot about it. I'm not even gonna lie, I totally forgot about it. And for one, I caught probably because I didn't react to it, but I mean, we could talk about it now if you want to talk about that too.
Not really. There's really not much to talk about. It was a cool trailer. The
What you mean, Kevin Bacon not showing up?
No, that was the best part of
That
it.
is the
Like,
best
yeah,
part
that
of the
was the part where I was like, okay, that's pretty funny.
Through the fact that like we gotta find him, I'm like, I thought it was gonna be Kevin Feige because that's what I thought they were going to see was Kevin Feige. But the fact that it's Kevin Bacon, I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
I thought it was gonna be David Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah,
because he always says like, "Oh, my dad looks like Knight Rider" or some shit.
yeah.
So I was
But
like,
it's Mantis and Drax going to see Kevin Bacon because of Infinity War, right? Is Infinity War? Yeah, because
Endgame.
of is it Endgame? It's not Endgame where they talk about Kevin Bacon. It's Infinity
Oh
War.
no, well, yeah, they're going to see Kevin Bacon because of that,
right?
I thought you meant why they're going there in general.
No, I mean they're going there because he brought up Kevin Bacon in Endgame. Because he talked about Footloose. So, well, I guess you could say it was Guardians for real, but yeah. I thought the trailer looked fine. It's just weird seeing Groot look like a damn fucking bodybuilder. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that.
Yeah.
But,
I kind of wish they just make him an adult already. It's like they don't want to.
So he's still a teenager still?
I don't know.
I think he probably like I think he's an adult now.
I feel like what we're getting with this Groot, it's like he's like 20s.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah,
if you look at it like that.
Yeah, because I think the way Groot ages is different than how we think he ages. So like he has faster years than like someone like a normal person. Because the event when this takes place is after Endgame, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean the way he looked at the end of Endgame, he doesn't look like that now, clearly. So either he aged up, fast, or he drunk something or grew something to make him look like that. I mean, for me, it's like they kind of do it. They doing the Star Wars thing. That's what this is. They're doing the Star Wars thing. Just go ahead and give them a little special. The gap between the next Guardians movie. I guess we're gonna see this is what they're doing after Thor: Love and Thunder because they were in Thor: Love and Thunder and then they went off to do what the fuck they were doing. So, and clearly this is after that. Most likely, this is after Thor: Love and Thunder. So, I thought the trailer looked fine. That's why I didn't really react to it. I'm like, this, it's a fun little trailer. Right. The best part was the Kevin Bacon stuff, but I think you talked about you didn't really like the way it was shot. It kind of felt like it's a TV show, the way it looked.
Yeah, and it ain't no fucking way my neighbors got Christmas lights in their windows, bro. I'm gonna throw a rock to that window, bro. I don't really like how it looks personally because mostly everything Disney Plus we've gotten looks professionally made, and clean. This looks very like Disney Channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like to me,
Feels like a TV show,
but not in the way that we've gotten before. Like, I feel
yeah,
like
you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, like I do, but at the same time, it's like Disney set a bar for the term.
Needs to hit it right on the head. It feels like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe
it's like it's spoofing Hallmark movies, which I can see that though.
If it's going for that, then I'm fine with that.
I can see them doing that. Which it's only a special. Like I'm not mad because it's on Disney Plus. Now they were doing like a theater type thing. Oh yeah, don't give me this bullshit, but. It's going to be on Disney Plus. I mean, we're going to only watch it around Christmas time. I'm not going to watch it any other time, regardless of me doing a marathon or anything. Like, I'm not going to think about watching the Guardians special, Christmas special, when I'm doing a MCU marathon watch. I'm not thinking about that. So, yeah, I thought the trailer looked fine. Like I said, I'm ready to watch it. It's already about to be fucking Christmas. So, and we also didn't talk about the Santa Claus trailer. I didn't watch it though. So,
I did. I don't know why it's a show.
It's a show, not a movie?
Nope, it's a show, and I don't know
No,
why.
I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a show. I knew it was
I
gonna
don't
be.
know why it's a show, but the plot that it has, the plot is pretty good for a It it's cheesy and stupid,
It's
but
basically he's trying to find a new Santa Claus, right? Because he's about
no,
to retire.
he retires. He finds the Santa Claus, and then the Santa Claus is messing shit up, so he has to go back.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't understand why they. This is why I don't get why they not bring in the son. They should have had the son be the Santa Claus, and he doesn't know how to do it, and then they have to bond together to make
That's
Santa
a good
Claus a
plot
thing
too.
again. Because it's funny that at the end of Santa Claus, he said, "I want to get into the family business." Clearly, he wants to be the Santa Claus. So why they haven't brought that in yet, I don't know. We're not going to talk about that. But I still haven't watched the trailer though, so I can't really comment on it. But let's go ahead and move on to our final topic of the day, and it's the biggest news, you guys. This guy, James Gunn, has become the co-CEO of DC Films, you guys. And yeah, he's co-CEO. He's not the main guy. He's partnering with someone else. But obviously, it's James Gunn. We know he is the director of the Guardians movies, director of the Suicide Squad, the guy who wrote Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. It's funny, like when you think of things like he wrote Scooby-Doo 2, you guys, and now he's the co-CEO of DC Films. Just because you have your lowest low, don't mean you can aim for your highest high. He's the example, guys. This guy wrote Scooby-Doo 2.
Scooby-Doo 2 cinema, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
I like Scooby-Doo 2.
I love them both.
My stepdaughter was watching it. I was glued to the screen, saying all the lines, and my fiance like, "We need to go to bed." I said, "You're right," and I'm in the room watching it in my head as my stepdaughter's watching in the fucking living room, and she's like, "Why don't you just go downstairs and watch it?" And then she changes the movie. But the James Gunn, the guy who made Slither, is going to be is now the co-CEO of DC Films. Also, I just read an article saying he's already talked to Marvel heads about a fucking DC Marvel crossover, guys. Like, what the fuck? Oh man. Let's go ahead. Go ahead, Tyler. I've ranted too much. Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead.
I think this is the first time in a long time that's not related to Batman that I've just been filled with so much joy for DC because not even the Superman thing brought me this much joy. Spoilers for Black Adam.
No, it's not spoilers. It's confirmed he's back. He's made a video talking about.
Yeah, he did make a video.
Which we didn't talk about that either. We should have talked about that too. But
I gotta take the sale. My head getting hot. I have seen many people crap on this saying, "Oh, you know, the DCEU is going to be really goofy now." No, it's not. It's not. First of all, I figured it was going to be someone from Marvel.
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be Foggy. I figured it'd be someone.
The head of DC.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be Foggy, but I knew it was going to be someone from
Marvel.
DC. Marvel. And
I think it's going to be Joffrey.
I said this I said this a long time ago, and I mean a long time ago. This is probably when the Suicide Squad came out. I said, man, if there was anyone I would want to run DC, it'd be James Gunn because he understands characters and he understands how to take the most butt-ass characters and make them some of the best characters ever.
Yep.
And I can't believe, well, 3 times essentially.
Yeah, I mean Guardians 2, but I mean it's to me it's the same. Well, I count Guardians 1 and 2 as one because they're the same franchise. But
yeah, and you know, it kind of feels validating. Like all these years later, like yeah, no, they were thinking about it, you know, and now we got it. It's kind of surreal, you know.
They must have really liked working. That's the thing. They must have. WB must have really liked what he did with obviously the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker because he did Peacemaker too. So for them to say, okay, we want you to be the guy to lead the next era of the DCEU, is saying something. And I agree with everything you said. He does something with characters. Someone like the fuck, I can't think of what the fuck. Even someone like Polka Dot Man and damn Shark, the fuck King Shark. Someone like King Shark, he makes us care about him. When like I go back to the scene where he's sitting on the bus and he's just looking out the window and he's seeing the way life is living, and you can tell he doesn't get that. He doesn't get that. The fact that they leave him in the fucking bus anyway, it's like he can't live a normal life, and we feel that with that character. Someone like Groot, where he's a fucking talking tree, and someone like Rocket Raccoon, we should not care about these characters. They should not work on screen, but someone like James Gunn knows how to bring that out and does great character development. And I think he's gonna be a real good candidate to lead the next era.
And the thing is, it's like we don't need him to bring these characters to life because they've already been brought to life.
Right.
We need him to. Well, some of them need to be brought to life because we don't have a Cyborg. I don't know
Green
if
Lantern.
we have a Flash. Green Lantern. They're doing things with that. We kind of need him to set a course correction rather than introduce new characters. Now, do I think we can't get new characters? No, I do think. I think James Gunn is gonna fulfill my vision of the MCU before the MCU ever does it, in the sense that he's gonna have it be where they have the Justice League, the main line, and then they'll have the subdivision for Justice League Dark. Now, personally, for me, I'm not a fan of the Justice League Dark stuff that I've seen in the animated stuff. I don't really care for the movie, and I don't really care for the Constantine movie either. And I thought Apocalypse War was okay. But I'm not really a fan of like the Constantine, Zatanna, demonic shit with DC. That's just, especially when you throw someone like Batman in there. Like, I get the dynamic, but
I did not. Justice League Dark. I did not enjoy that movie when I watched it. I did not enjoy that at all.
The only dynamic from that side that I like is Constantine and Zatanna. I like that, But I would love to see Zatanna. James Gunn, get Ana de Armas on the phone now, please. And bring back this guy to do Constantine because he's fucking great. The main guy in the show.
Yeah.
Bring him back. He's essentially that person at this point, and he's still young enough to do it.
He looks like Constantine, especially from the animated.
I don't know, because they did say that they were doing a sequel to Constantine.
They are doing Keanu Reeves. But it might be. It's not. I don't think that's going to be tied to DC.
No. I don't.
That's going to be separate. So if they can do two Batmans, then fuck it, do two Constantines. Just say that, okay, this is the Keanu Reeves one, this is the DCEU one. I kind of want. I know I keep saying this, but I want them to go in like the animated route. Like, go ahead and like, these characters already exist. Like we said, bring them back. If you guys recast, but if you can't even bring back the actors and say these are different versions of these characters, do that. I mean, we're already getting Henry Cavill back. So, and we know he's going to be, it's a sequel to Man of Steel. So he's still that character. But if you guys can like kind of do a restart and go in that route, I'm all for it, man. Like, it pissed me off when, I know I keep saying, I said this in a couple streams ago, like, it pissed me off when I watched the DCAU and I watched these movies and they feel so connected. They feel like they exist all in one universe. Like, and you got some of the smallest run times and it feels like they fulfilled the whole entire fucking like story within the small amount of runtime. Especially with characters we don't know. Like, most of the Teen Titans stuff, I should not care about these movies and these characters, but they make me care. Like, for someone like Nightwing, like, I should not care about his relationship, but I do. Like, I want them to work every time I see them on screen. And it's just, I want them to go in that route. Like, if you want to go dark, go dark. If you want to do in the Justice League Dark stuff, do it. I think someone like James Gunn can definitely lead a person in the right direction to do that. I think James Gunn is the perfect person because he can go dark when he goes dark, but he also have a sense of levity and, comedic tone if you want that. Now, hopefully he doesn't go straight comedic with all these movies, which I don't think he will. And we talked about it. Also, is he going to be directing, also being co-CEO? He probably will just do Peacemaker season 2, and that's it. I think that's the last
No,
thing he's directing.
they announced he's doing another DC movie,
Oh,
which
he's
they're
doing a
all
DC movie as
assuming
well.
is Suicide Squad
Suicide Squad.
related.
Okay, it's to me. I think that's going to be it though. I don't think he
Yeah.
can do both. To me, it's going to be allowed in his shoulders for him to be basically the Kevin Feige of this universe and also make movies. Like I don't think he can do that.
I think if we do get another Suicide Squad movie, it should be more like the anime, like Assault on Arkham or
Hell to
something,
pay.
or Hell to Pay, where you have people or villains we've seen before come back.
Yeah,
Like, there's a version of the Suicide Squad where we have the Reverse Flash on there. That's why I said it wouldn't be that crazy if we had Black Adam on the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
As high powered as he is, that's totally not unreasonable to do. You know, but I'm very excited for this. I think this is the adrenaline shot we needed. Now, is he gonna clean up shop? Is he gonna tell Patty Jenkins, listen, get on your shit?
Yeah.
Because Patty Jenkins wrote Wonder Woman 84. That movie was a piece of shit, and she wrote this one too.
Yeah, she's writing part 3 as well.
This is a thought I had. What if, because the movie was done, what if we get the Batgirl movie again? Now, personally, I don't give a shit about that movie, but I could see James Gunn saying, no, fuck you and your stupid ass business decisions. We're going to do this because we can.
See, it just makes me mad though, because like, damn, like now that he's there, it's like, why not just say fucking and bring back the Snyderverse then? Like, just say fucking and like just have a sit down with Zack Snyder, have a sit down with him, have a sit down with the guys, and be like, oh, this is the vision he wanted. This is what he wanted to do with this universe. He had a plan, and yes, it was kind of unorthodox, but I think it was a good plan. Like,
I feel like the reason they don't want to do that is because not everyone likes it. It's just how it is. Yeah. Not everyone likes it. And the side that doesn't like it is a large majority. Yeah, we are in the minority.
A lot bigger than the people that
me, you, John, we are in the minority of loving all 3 of those movies. Most people only like Justice League.
Or more on the Man of Steel other than the Justice League.
Yeah, but even Man of Steel, they just sit there and bitch. There's too much destruction.
Oh, that's a terrible criticism. God damn.
Oh, goodness gracious. He killed Zod. Superman would never kill Zod. Oh, Zack Snyder, you ruined shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Enough. Jesus. Fucking losers, bro. God. But in all seriousness, I think that's the approach, that they don't want to do the Zack Snyder thing because it's very divisive, which I understand. If it comes to a point where they make it where it's like this is the whole new direction, and then we all end up unanimously liking it, I'm willing to sacrifice the Snyder stuff, because in the end we got the payoff that we wanted anyway. Yeah. Even if we didn't get to see them fight Darkseid, we still got the payoff. Who knows?
We still got to see Darkseid.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we will see
another version of Darkseid.
Exactly.
But also, like my brother brought up a point, saying, "What if it's it takes place like how they do Earth 1, Earth 2? Like maybe Black Adam takes place on Earth 2, Justice League take place on Earth 1. I don't think they're going to do that either. I think it all take place in one certain universe, especially knowing that, spoiler alert, Man of Steel, we have Henry Cavill as Superman is in this movie at the end as the end credit scene. I don't think they're going to do that. Misa said they still might do that. We have to wait to see how Flash turns out. See, that's my thing right there. You got Flashpoint, where you have someone that can literally essentially change the timeline or change the universe. So why not use that movie to be the tail end of what comes next? Because even with Aquaman, you can make the new Aquamans take place in that new universe. And even with the Black Adam, you can make the Black Adam take place after the events of Flash. It doesn't have to be before Flash. Because we've had movies, especially in the MCU, where they show movies come out and it takes place before the events of what we already seen. So, or after, something like that. At least that's what I would want. I kind of want them to start fresh. Go ahead and start over. Like if you
Yeah.
got, and I think they can do it where they can still bring back characters from the other universe and just say it's a new universe because Flash reversed time or changed, change the timeline or whatever. I still think they can do that. But yeah, bro. When this got announced, I was like, dude, this is insane. This is insane. A lot of people, saying they found their Kevin Feige. These DCS found their Kevin Feige, and I love that James Gunn's like Kevin Feige was the first person I called. He was the
Yeah.
first person I called when I got the job, and I love that they're all for it because at the end of the day, Kevin Feige, as much as we like to pin both franchises together, they need each other to succeed. If they both succeed, we all win at the end of the day. I don't. One franchise is not in competition with the other franchise. They need they need both to work. Because if DC makes a good movie and Marvel makes a good movie, the box office for both movies are good. Is good for both. We don't want both to. We don't want one. We don't want one to fail and one to succeed. We need both to succeed. If you got a good DC movie in the theater, then most likely they'll want to go see the next MCU movie, and vice versa. So at least that's how I see it. But yeah. Tyler, you got any more thoughts?
I'm very excited for where we go. And I've seen some people say, "Oh, he should release like a slate for the DC." No,
We don't.
no,
Yeah,
we
we
don't
don't
need
have a
that.
slate yet. We know Man of
We
Steel 2 is in
have,
development. We know Green Lantern's in
you
development.
know, we have an idea of where we're going right now. Just take it slow. I wasn't willing to be patient before because we weren't hearing anything. Now we
Right.
are hearing things, so it's at a point where it's like, if you want to take your time, take your time. I'm
No,
perfectly
but
fine with that.
also we seen it fail when they release so much stuff. Like it's different with Marvel because they've already had a structure and a plan for the last 10 to 15 years. With DC, we've seen them announce stuff and it has failed. They done took stuff off slates. Certain directors come out. We've seen them do stuff too fast. Where I think someone like DC, they need to take their time. Don't announce a slate and then within the next 5 years they don't meet the standards of that slate. Um, so it's not like I said, it's not like the MCU where they announce a slate and they've actually almost knocked everything out the park and even add things to the slate, like something like Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming was never part of the slate, but they put it in there. You know, so yeah, don't announce a slate. Let it come as it's coming. Don't rush it. Give it time because, like I said, he just got into the damn CEO chair. Like, give him time to do what he needs to do to map out a plan. When he's ready, he'll be ready to announce it.
Mhm.
But yeah. If you guys are in the comment section below, let me know what your guys' thoughts on this news. Are you guys excited for James Gunn as co-CEO? Are you not excited? Let me know in the comment section below. So yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to our final topic of the day. And of course, it is Blu-ray collection update. I don't think Tyler has anything to show, but I have some things I have to show. Even though I did make a Blu-ray collection video for October, I'm going to show some things just in case you guys didn't see that video. I'm not going to show everything. I'm just going to show a couple things I did pick up recently. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and show those off real quick. I'm going to show them off real quick and we can end the stream. For all the listeners, you guys aren't going to see it, but I'm going to talk about it. I picked up The Pacific. It's basically an HBO documentary. It was only $3 at half price books. I figured I'd pick it up. Now I need to get Band of Brothers so I can have both. But it was only $3. I can't pass that up. I also picked up Insecure. It's an HBO show as well, starring Issa Rae. Actually, I think either my fiance was watching this and then I got into it. It's a good show. Definitely check it out if you haven't. I picked up the Predator steelbook. It is a Blu-ray steelbook. I do like the design of it. It was only $5 at the exchange. Also, I picked up the ET, the Target exclusive steelbook. People are asking me, why the fuck did you pick it up? You already own it. Yes, I do own it, but I love ET and I wanted to buy something for myself. Also, I picked up the Ring Steelbook. Yes, I was going to get this. I do like the design. I have no problem with the cardboard slipcover. I think it's a nice little touch because it's supposed to be a VHS slipcover. That's the point. Also, I picked up Chucky season 1. I did like this show. I thought it was really good.
Oh, I'm surprised that has a slip.
Yeah, it actually has a slip, which I had to get it now because most likely within the next month or a half, it probably won't have a slip. Like I said, I actually liked this show. I thought it was pretty good. And then the last thing I picked up, I did buy Nope on 4K. I probably do want to give it a watch. They have some final thoughts on it. I thought it was
Oh,
okay.
you did buy it.
I wasn't mind blown by this movie, but you know, I support Jordan Peele whatever he's doing, so that's why I bought it. So that's the most recent things I picked up. If you guys haven't seen my October 2022 Blu-ray haul, definitely check out that video. Um, it's pretty long. I did not expect it to be almost 20 minutes long. I did not expect that, but I did buy a decent amount of stuff this month, more than I thought I was gonna buy. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into the chat before we get out of here. My brother said, when it comes to timelines, they don't affect other universes. The Flash TV show explains this well. The Flash movie can reset Earth One timeline, but all we can do is wait and see. Yeah, who knows what they're gonna do with Flash if Flash even comes out. And at the end, Luke says Chucky is a lot of fun. I'll watch season 2 when it's finished. That's probably what I was gonna do. I was gonna hop into season 2 because I like the way season 1 ends. But I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna wait for season 2 to be over and then I'm gonna binge it. So I think binging this show works better than watching it week to week. At least in my opinion, it does. But yeah, that ends the stream. That's the last topic of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. It was a much shorter stream. Clearly had no spoiler talks or anything like that. We had just some quick topics to talk about. To end the stream, we're gonna, round it off with our outros. Tyler, to all the listeners and watchers, let them know where they can find you and what what upcoming project you got coming.
Instagram, YouTube, right here. Instagram, I uploaded a lot of stuff this week because I was trying to make up for not posting reviews all last week, and I tried doing certain things this week, and some of them were fulfilled, some of them weren't. I posted review for Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, a terrible movie, but it's fucking hilarious. Review for Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Review for Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. And 2 days ago, I posted my review for Night of the Living Dead. I might post a review tonight. I don't want to say what it is, but I might post one tonight. I don't know. I'm contemplating it because I don't think the views are going to be very high. And then tomorrow, I'm posting my review for Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. So I don't know. I may or may not do that. And then November, there's not much coming out. I think I'm going to review the first Black Panther, obviously. I'm going to review the first Knives Out, obviously. And then we'll see where we go from there. Blu-ray hauls are going to come. In terms of YouTube, that's pretty much the only thing I can confirm. I will review Wakanda Forever when it comes out. That's pretty much all I can say right now. Only the future will tell, but you guys know where to find me, right there. And the icon will be purple and green after tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll be back.
Yes, sir. If you guys are already here, you guys already know it is Alex Thomas channel. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. I'm almost there, you guys. Can you guys please help me out, man? I'm like 15 subscribers away from 5K. Please help me out. Share the channel. Let your friends know if they want to check me out. You search Alex Thomas Blu-rays, Alex Thomas Reviews to find my YouTube channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoy physical media, watch alongs, trailer reaction reviews, all that type of stuff, you're in the right place. Please hit that like button, please subscribe for more. Upcoming projects, like I said, if Top Gun is coming out tomorrow, I will be going out to make a video, going to buy it. I won't be making a video Tuesday because I have to help my grandma move. So no Blu-ray hunting for Tuesday. I might replace it for Wednesday. So you might get 2 Blu-ray hunt videos back to back. Because I do want to show the stuff that is coming out for the 1st of November, because we do got a decent amount of stuff coming out. When it comes to reviews, clearly I'll be reviewing Black Panther when it comes out. I don't think anything comes out this week, so no reviews this week. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to do a watch along tomorrow for Halloween. I have no idea. I guess we'll see how I feel when I get off work. Because I do want to do a Halloween watch along, but I don't know which one I want to watch. That's even if I feel like doing it. I might just want to watch a Halloween movie just by myself, not on YouTube. But I guess we'll wait and see. Maybe I'll surprise you guys. We'll see a stream pop up. Have your notifications bells on. You guys will know. I think that's it. When it comes to content on Instagram, obviously I just post when I'm posting on here. So If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, just follow me at Alex Thomas Reviews. That's where you find me on there. I feel like I never promote my social medias. I need to do that more. But most people that are already on here already follow me on those social medias. So, so all the new subscribers, follow me at Alex Thomas Reviews on Instagram. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and we're honest with you guys. Peace out.